In today's video, I am going to teach you how to create a 3D illustration in Figma. Let's jump right in by opening your design. If you already have a canvas set up, great. If not, create a new frame so you have a clean space to work. To guide your composition, bring in a rough sketch. This can be a quick outline you drew elsewhere and imported, or a simple loose sketch you block out directly on the canvas. Lower its opacity so it's faint but visible. Place it where you want the illustration to live. And lock that layer. This keeps it from moving while you build on top. Now begin creating the base structure using simple shapes. Think in volumes rather than details. Use circles, rectangles, and rounded rectangles to map out the big forms of your object. Hold Shift to make perfect circles and squares and use the corner radius to gently round edges where needed. Keep the shapes simple and clean. You'll refine them next. To sculpt those flat shapes into more dimensional forms, double-click a shape to enter vector edit mode and adjust its handles. Pull the Bezier handles to curve edges. Pinch areas to imply perspective, and slightly taper sides so the front feels closer and the back feels farther away. Small, controlled adjustments go a long way towards selling volume. Repeat this process across your illustration, shaping each piece until the overall silhouette matches your sketch. Duplicate shapes for symmetrical parts to keep proportions consistent, and align elements so everything sits neatly together. With the structure in place, it's time to define lighting. Click a shape and head to the fill section. Choose your base color, then switch to gradients to set the light direction. A linear gradient works well for flat or faceted surfaces. Drag the gradient handles so the bright end faces your light source and the darker end falls into shadow. For rounded forms, a gentle radial gradient can mimic a soft highlight rolling across the surface. Keep your palette cohesive and use subtle shifts between highlight, mid-tone, and shadow so the piece feels polished rather than harsh. Apply this approach to all shapes so the light direction stays consistent throughout. Finally, add depth with shadows. In the Effects panel, use Drop Shadow to lift elements off the surface. Adjust the blur for softness, tweak X and Y offsets to match your light, and lower opacity for realism. For creases and insets, use Inner Shadow to suggest contact and form transitions. Layer, remove, and fine tune these shadows until the 3D illusion clicks. And that's it. Thanks for watching.